I knew it wouldn't be easy. Spam. Yes, that's right. Today we're making spam fritters. Something I never thought I'd do on the channel, but we're going to make these beautiful golden little fritters and see how they are. And I'm going to show you them in two ways, so stay tuned. We'll start with a nice classic one and then we'll move on to something a little bit different. And here's everything you're going to need. Okay, so first things first, we're going to make the batter. So grab yourself a mixing bowl and then we're going to add 150 grams of plain flour. Then we'll pour in 225 milliliters of a liquid, a carbonated liquid ideally. I'm using sparkling water. You can use soda water, or you could even use a beer of your choice. Then we'll season it up with a pinch of salt and a pinch of white pepper. And then this next step is optional, but you can add in a little bit of turmeric, and that is more for the colour than it is for the flavour. It will add a little bit of flavour, but it will just add a beautiful golden colour to the batter when it fries. Whisk the ingredients together until they're nice and smooth, and then you can set it to one side. So next we need to open our spam and take it out of the can. Now from what I've seen, it should slide straight out once you open it, but somehow I don't think that's going to be as easy as it looks. But let's give it a go. Okay, let's see. I knew it wouldn't be easy. What the hell? Oh. Might come out now. Give it a little squeeze. I can hear movement. There we go. I suppose it wasn't that difficult, but I knew it wasn't like straightforward. Anyway, right, we've got the spam. Next we need to slice it up. So I'm going to turn it on the side and cut it into somewhere between 1/2 and 1 centimetre slices. Just for reference, that's a 340 gram tin and I've got 8 fritters out of it, so that's not bad. It's not bad going. So the next step is to dust them in a little bit of flour, so just a little bit extra all-purpose flour, and we're just going to dust them in and kind of shake off any of the excess. Doing this just helps the batter stick to the spam fritters and coat it nicely. I almost forgot for a second that I'm doing it in two ways, so I've only dusted 4 of them in flour, and then with the next ones we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're just going to lay them out. So lay out the other 4. We're going to spread the top with a little bit of mustard, and I'm using sort of a sweet mustard for this, but you could use Dijon English mustard, just whatever you like, because the main purpose of the mustard, apart from adding great flavour, is to almost use it as a glue, because we're going to lay nice slices of cheddar cheese on top and then we'll dust them in flour before them going in the batter. So if I now pick these up and tip them upside down, sorry, that's what it looks like. Tip it upside down, hopefully the cheese won't fall off and the mustard has done the job, and holding it nicely on there. Dust them in the flour just like the other ones, and then we'll move on to the cooking. Add some oil into a pan that's suitable for deep frying. I'm using sunflower oil, you could use vegetable oil or avocado oil, and it doesn't need to be too deep, enough for shallow frying. But of course, if you've got a deep fat fryer, go ahead and use that. Heat the oil to around 180 degrees Celsius, and we're going to start with our classic spam fritters. So I'll dip the flour dusted spam into the batter, let any of the excess batter drip off before placing into the hot oil, and cook for 2 to 3 minutes on each side until golden and crisp. Then you can remove them from the oil and place them onto a plate lined with kitchen paper to absorb any of the excess oil. Repeat the same process with the cheese and mustard spam fritters, and now they are ready to serve. So there we go, the spam fritters are ready. I'm pretty keen to see what the cheesy ones are like inside, so let's cut into one. No, they look pretty good to me. Nice, oozy, cheesy. So I suppose we better give them a taste. And to be honest with you, I can't even remember if I liked them. The last time I had them, I was absolutely tiny. So I'll cut a bit off. Going with the cheesy one. I actually really like them. Pretty good. Yeah, hopefully this brings back some memories for you and shows you how to do them again if you fancy giving them a try. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.